What else is there to say about Macklin Celebrini other than generational?
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, caretaker at the Reef, also the co-host of Locked On NHL. I want to thank you for making Locked On Sharks your first listen, the number one sports podcast network where we cover your team every day. And if you want to be an everydayer, all you have to do is just follow along wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. Today, we're going to be talking about this kid named Macklin Celebrini who continues to defy logic, expectations, and can only be described as generational at this point as the Sharks win 6-3 over the Calgary Flames. We'll discuss him. We'll discuss other standouts, including Klingberg himself, Barclay Goodrow. Yes, that Barclay Goodrow. Igor Chernyshov makes his NHL debut. And William Eklund with a scrappy performance tonight. Plus, we'll dig into the numbers behind the Sharks' 6-3 win. So before we get to all that, do want to let you guys know that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. If you want to be right in the middle of the action this season, visit FanDuel.com and place your NFL live bets all season long. Generational. That is the term. What Macklin Celebrini is doing right now, and tonight, just a casual 4-point game, 2 goals, 2 assists, out there in an empty net situation, trying to protect the lead, makes a diving defensive play and then is rewarded with an empty net goal, has one of the goals of the year with a spinorama, crashes the net, gets the puck to bounce over Dustin Wolf, was barking out there, talking his talk, directing his teammates. Side note, put the C on the child. We're going to continue this put the C on the child campaign. What he is doing right now and putting this franchise on his back, right? And tonight, no Will Smith, right? And we know Will Smith is now, in the week-to-week territory. I think Max Miller said they saw Smith with a sling, which is what you would expect. So we'll, if his separated shoulder, which is kind of the assumption right now, is it going to need surgery? Is it going to not? Well, that's going to take some time. So, right, everything kind of falls at the feet of Macklin Celebrini. And he continues to deliver, right? It's something we've talked about several times this year on this podcast. When the team and the franchise need him the most, he continues to deliver. And he did it again tonight with his 4 points. Now at 51 points for the season, as Celebrini just continues his assault on the record books. Just some fun, like this is all credit to the Sharks media relation. After every game, they send out player notes and stuff. Usually like it's a couple, maybe like a sentence or two for each player. Celebrini's is like a nice chunk paragraph. I'm just going to read it word for word, because I don't think there's any other way to just describe how great he is. So Macklin Celebrini's 2 goals and 2 assists, posted his 3rd effort of 3 or more points in the past 5 games to reach 51 points on the season. He's just the 3rd teen in NHL history to reach 50 points in 30 games or fewer, joining Sidney Crosby, who did it in 28 games, Wayne Gretzky, who did it in 32 games twice. With his 3rd career game of 4 or more points, Celebrini is tied for the 5th most such games by a teen in NHL history. He's also the 3rd player in Sharks history to reach the 50 points prior to the league's holiday break, joining Joe Thornton in 2009-2010 and Owen Nolan in 99-2000. He also has 87 points in the 2025 calendar year. the second most in the calendar year by a Shark in team history, only trailing Thornton's 117 in 2006. Became the 12th teenager in NHL history to reach 30 multi-point games, joining only Crosby, who has 67, and Patrick Laine, 35, among active players. With his 12th career three-point outing, Celebrini now is the sixth most among all teens in league history. You're being mentioned among Wayne Gretzky and Sidney Crosby, and you're doing things that we haven't seen since Joe Thornton did it literally in the prime of his career, and he's 19 years old. Just continues to lift in expectations, and what you think is possible it's just, we cannot comprehend what is possible with Macklin Celebrini on the ice, because you never know. You just never know what type of performance you're going to get from him. And tonight, right, he had it wasn't even like we've seen the Celebrini's just going to go out there and just shoot a ton. Like, he had 7 shots on goal, but it felt more like the game was coming to him tonight. Like, he wasn't out there just just ripping shots any possible chance he could. Like, the game, as crazy as it is, the game's still slowing down for him. And the way he just makes everybody on the ice better. You look at the assist to Klingberg, right, where he is able to open space, manipulates the defenseman who just has no chance. Manipulates the forward there, has no chance. He sees Klingberg, knows Klingberg's going to drive, and he knows exactly where to put that puck. He doesn't have to look. He just knows where to put that puck. John Klingberg gets the nice butt direction into the net there with Chernyshov. Great job by Chernyshov. We'll talk about more. It's surreal what this kid does on a night in and night out basis. And again, put the C on the child. He's so important. He's carrying this franchise. And there's plenty of great performances. We're going to go through some of the other great performances tonight. But Celebrini, I mean, you're hearing the MVP chants at the tank. And they are 1,000,000% warranted. And especially if Celebrini drags this team, this team that we thought was going to, I think the over-under FanDuel points this year was at 72, and I took the under like an idiot. I took the under. If Celebrini drags this team to anywhere near sniffing a playoff spot, how can you not? I know what Nathan McKinnon's doing in Colorado. Nathan McKinnon is a special player, but that is a very talented roster with very high expectations. They are living up to those expectations, right? Like Connor McDavid, a very special player. But if Celebrini drags this team to anywhere close to being in a playoff spot, and right now they continue to be that last wild card team, how can you not say that this kid is the most valuable player? Because I can tell you right now, without Celebrini, this team would be the worst team in the NHL, and I honestly don't think it'd be that close, right? If you take Nathan McKinnon off the Avalanche, that's still, that team's not nearly as good, but that's still a really good team, right? Landeskog and Makar, and they've got plenty of good players. Still a playoff team, maybe not the best team in the NHL. Still, I think a comfortable playoff team. You take Connor McDavid, okay. You still have Leon Draisaitl. I know the Oilers are starting to kind of figure things out a little bit here, but if you take Celebrini off this team, this is one of the worst teams in the NHL again, right? This is how important he is to the San Jose Sharks. Yeah, what a night for Celebrini as he continues to just put on the Superman cape every night and deliver for this franchise. And I don't see it slowing down for him. He's too good. He is just too freaking good at hockey. So we're going to talk about Chernyshov's debut. We're going to kind of highlight some of the other guys, Klingberg, Eklund, and then Barclay Goodrow. Yes, that Barclay Goodrow. We'll talk about some of these other guys here, and of course, dig into the numbers of the game as well. So we'll get to that here in just 1 second. The holidays are amazing, but they can get overwhelming fast. Travel, gifts, parties, year-end expenses. It's really easy to lose track of your money this time of year. That's exactly where Monarch has become a game changer. If you want to keep your finances under control this holiday season, you need to be using Monarch. Rated Wall Street Journal's best budgeting app of 2025, Monarch is an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, simple dashboard. It's like your own personal Puckpedia, people. Holiday spending category can be a real lifesaver. You can see exactly what's left in your gift and travel budget in real time. Plus, it's really great for couples. You have shared dashboards, shared goals, and if you're wait, how much do we spend conversations, which nobody likes having. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONNHL at monarch.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code LOCKEDONNHL. All right, guys, before we continue, of course want to thank you for making a Locked On Sharks your first listen, and for making Locked On the #1 sports podcast network. If you're a true diehard Sharks fan, which you probably are because you're listening to this, you need to check out the Everyday or All Access tier. It's built for you. You get one-on-one text access with me. So you get tier texts. Any updates and stuff throughout the day. And you also get an exclusive newsletter, all access episodes. You get a special episode a week, as well as other bonus content that we just can't do here on the show, and a 50% discount to the Locked On merch store. Head over to lockedonsharks.supercast to join the newsletter club and unlock all access. You can also find the link in the show notes. All right. So Celebrini, pretty good. Other big news, of course, is the Sharks win 6-3. Igor Chernyshov making his NHL debut. And boy, was I thrilled to see the fireworks factory here. Chernyshov, I thought looked excellent tonight. So he played 12-20, got in very late after the game. They had a scoring change, was given an assist on Celebrini's ridiculous goal there. But he played 12-20, playing up there with Celebrini and with Colin Graf. And you saw flashes of what makes him such a fun, intriguing player, right? And just that different style of hockey that he can play, right? With that combination of size and skill. And that's what's exciting about, because Celebrini's great, right? Of course, we just spent 10 minutes talking about how great Celebrini is. Will Smith is great. William Eklund, who we're going to talk about, great. But Chernyshov just brings a different style. And you saw glimpses of it tonight, right? Of just that big body power forward, like true power forward that the Sharks are kind of missing. And you saw him use his frame really well tonight, right? There was that great drive to the net where he just kind of puts a defender on his back and says, I'm going to the net. You saw his speed. You saw his ability to play in front of the net. Again, that he does a great job there of being a disruptor on the Klingberg goal multiple times. Going to the net, you saw the shot, like he had a really good shot attempt as well off of faceoff, and I think you have to be really excited about what you saw from Chernyshov. And I think the most important thing is he did not look out of place, like 100% didn't look out of place. And even Warsofsky, this is from Curtis Pashelka, so I thought he was really good. He's going to be another one of those guys who's going to be a good player. He can make plays. He's big, did not look overwhelmed by the moment whatsoever. And he shouldn't, right? This is a guy who's played in the KHL before. Like he's played against grown men. And you see for a guy who just turned 20 last month, big boy frame, and he knows how to use his big boy frame. And right, that's something you don't see a lot from guys his age who know how to use their big boy frame in this against professionals. And Chernyshov, like he was close to a couple of opportunities there where like a couple little there was it was Klingberg like hits him in the skates, or else it's going to be like a 2-on-1, like, you know, the stretch pass from Klingberg, where if it's like 3 inches over, that's right on Chernyshov's tape, and he is going in for a 2-on-1 there with, I think it would have been Celebrini. You saw the hockey IQ. I thought he looked very strong along the boards. And you know, I know you're going to look at maybe the ice time and say like, hey, you know, you'd like to see a little bit more. I think Chernyshov was really self-conscious tonight about making sure he's taking short shifts and not getting caught out there. So, because you would see Celebrini, who played like 1,000 minutes tonight, you would see Celebrini out there and graph for longer shifts, and you would see Eklund kind of taking, you know, coming on for them. But so I think he was just really self-conscious about not getting stuck out there for you know, super long shifts. But I think you have to be extremely thrilled with his debut tonight, and good for him to get that point, get it off, and now the next thing will be to get that first goal and continue. If he plays like this, Sharks are gonna have some interesting conversations about keeping Chernyshov around. So we'll see. One game, but really thrilled about his performance tonight. William Eklund tonight had a super like scrappy, sneaky type of game from him, right? And you saw just going in, stealing pucks, right, and crashing the net, doing a lot of that little kind of dirty work, right, from Eklund. And that Eklund Wenberg to Foley line tonight put together. We'll talk about it a little bit more here, but really liked Eklund's game tonight. I know he got called for a penalty there, which it was a trip, but like he, though, like you saw several great shifts from Eklund with the puck retrieval, going to get that puck and keeping the offense going right in that second line. Because we know the Celebrini line is going to be all about kind of getting out and moving, but that Wenberg line, it's key for them to be the line that can just, you know, kind of grind it out a little bit and grind out some shots and stuff, and kind of keep that puck possession going. And I thought Eklund was awesome tonight. Like just Celebrini's getting all the headlines, much deserved, but I thought Eklund was maybe the Sharks' second best player tonight, with just that, again, that puck retrieval, keeping things going, and just making life easier for his line mates tonight. He was all over the ice tonight. Just another awesome night from William Eklund. And it's good to see that kid who's lost a lot of games with the Sharks now getting to enjoy some wins here. Before we get to the numbers and stuff, of course, Klingberg tonight. Not only like the great goal, but his defense tonight. I really liked Klingberg's defense. Just again, like Klingberg's never going to be a shutdown defensive, like that's not his game. But I thought he just made a lot of really nice subtle plays, good stick lifts, just kind of good positioning. Almost had a Klingberg moment where he kind of threw the puck right in front of Askey in net there. But again, if you can, is the offense going to be a goal a game from Klingberg? Probably not. Well, it's 1,000,000% take it right now. But if he can play solid enough defense and continue to get the offensive production, like this is the John Klingberg that you signed up for. So, Klingberg tonight. And then Barclay Goodrow. Whenever you get 2 goals from Barclay Goodrow, you have to win that game, right? You cannot throw away a fourth line performance like tonight. We'll talk. The fourth line was great tonight. Goodrow played out of his mind tonight, right? Just that hustle, being in the right place at the right time, Johnny on the spot type of performance from Goodrow. And those like the first goal, right? That is just all effort from Goodrow, making sure that he beats out what he thought was an icing. Great play from a stop truck to kind of just tip it enough. And Barclay Goodrow, right? Hustle, just getting there to the right place at the right time. And same thing, right? Just following up on the Celebrini shot that, right? We could have been talking about a Celebrini hat trick tonight, to be honest. We could have had, we almost had we had two guys on hat trick watch tonight, but just, I've said my fair share of stuff about Goodrow, but tonight he had a great game. And like he was a big reason why the Sharks won this game tonight. So we're going to dig into the numbers behind this game, look at how San Jose, even game, but San Jose was able to get just more quality over Calgary. We're going to break that down here in just 1 second. NFL Sundays move fast, one big play, and suddenly everything feels different. That's what makes live betting with FanDuel so exciting. You're not just watching the game, you're reacting to it in real time. With FanDuel, you can place live bets as the action unfolds, every drive, every momentum swing, every highlight moment. Live betting is best when the game starts to shift, a receiver gets hot, a defense tightens up, or the momentum flips after a turnover. FanDuel lets you jump into the moment. Again, both of my picks, Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown, and Darren Waller, anytime touchdown, both hit this weekend. I think Christian McCaffrey continues to do Christian McCaffrey things as the Niners look to try to, I think they're win and they're in for their playoff spots. So if you want to be right in the middle of the action this season, visit FanDuel.com. Place your NFL live bets all season long. FanDuel. The game moves fast, and so can you. All right, guys, if you need a last-minute holiday gift or someone keeps asking you what you want, make it easy. Ask for the Everydayer Club. Ad-free episodes of the show, exclusive Discord server access, and more. Subscriptions can be gifted through lockedonsharks.supercast. So go check it out. All right. Let's dig into the numbers of this game. So very even when it came to like shots, shot attempts and stuff like that. And, credit to Calgary for, the second period was kind of how I thought this game was going to be, where it's just going to be really kind of a tight checking type of performance. But credit to Calgary for kind of hanging in there in this game. Shot attempts we had basically 52 minutes of 5-on-5. We're 55-50 in favor of Calgary there. Third period, they really kind of, outshot the Sharks when they were, down multiple goals, trying to kind of come back in this game. So, actual shots at 5-on-5 are 28-22. Scoring chances, though, this is where the quality comes in. 30-23 in favor of the Sharks. 15-9 high danger chances in favor of the Sharks. 3.18 to 2.3 expected goals for in favor of the Sharks. Sharks did a great job of getting in Dustin Wolf's face all night long, right? Chernyshov, big reason for that. But how many times did the Sharks have point, blank chances? Like Tyler Toffoli had a ton of opportunities tonight. I was really glad that he scored a goal because he had a ton of chances. Like Jeff Skinner going to the net, Macklin Celebrini going to the net. Like the Sharks were making life very difficult for Dustin Wolf. And again, the Flames had more shots, but the Sharks just had way better quality tonight, and that's why they won this game. So as for the lines tonight, so a little bit screwy. Dellinger left this game for a little bit and then came back, so the lines are a little bit funky here. But Chernyshov, Celebrini, Graf played 9:39, 9-11 shot attempts, 4-6 actual shots, had a goal, gave up a goal, but 0.86 to 0.37 expected goals for, 7-2 scoring chances, 5-1 high danger chances. Please just don't touch that line right now. Like let those guys gel a little bit here. Eklund, Wenberg to Foley, 9:39, 12-15 shot attempts, 6-7 actual shots, had a goal. 0.55 to 0.4 expected goals for, 7 to 5 scoring chances, 3 to 2 high danger chances from that line. Skinner, Dellandrea, Cardwell tonight played 7-12, 6 to 13 shot attempts, 1 to 8 actual shots, gave up a goal, 0.29 to 0.74 expected goals for, 2 to 8 scoring chances, 1 to 5 high danger chances. So, like, I'm not. This line, I think, it's easy to say it was the weakest of the lines tonight. And again, like Dellandrea left for a little bit. I think Cardwell had a little bit of a quiet night. I do like Skinner's game. Like he's so overdue for a goal. Like it's going to happen here soon. I feel it in my bones, but I'm not ready to rip this line apart yet. I want to, like, I would, if I'm more soft. We'll see though. Maybe Gaudette comes in if Dellandrea is hurt or anything like that, but would like to kind of see what happens there. Goodrow, Stoptruck, Reeves played 649, 5 to 12 shot attempts, 3 to 1 actual shots, had a goal, 0.53 to 0.07 expected goals for, 4 to 1 scoring chances, 3 to 1 high danger chances for that line. And right with Will Smith out, it's going to be, production by committee. And you got it tonight, right? Toffoli scores. Barclay Goodrow gets 2. I'm not going to be counting on Barclay Goodrow scoring 2 goals every night to help kind of, with that Will Smith production, but we are 1,000,000% going to take it tonight. So, but you saw just production from a lot of different places tonight. And you saw like a lot of the lines just really kind of lean into their roles and play their roles really well tonight. So, and I think again, right, you got to the net and you were able to make life hard for Dustin Wolf, and like that is a recipe for success right there. So defensively, Mukamadul and Iorio played. They were the Sharks' best pairing when it came to shot attempts, 56.25%, Corsi 4. That defensive pair I thought was really good tonight. Orlov, Klingberg, they continue to be really solid at 54%, 20 to 17. Ferraro, Liljegren was at 34.21%. Ferraro was a little bit of a roller coaster tonight. Like I definitely was jumping into the rush a little bit more, and I think that's what that led to one of the Flames' goals there, where he was kind of in the rush there, doesn't get a good enough quality shot, and then all of a sudden the puck is going the other way, and he's trying to kind of get back. But again, like I think that was probably like the one pairing you might kind of pick on a little bit there. So. And then finally, Askarov, who I think for Askarov, it definitely wasn't his best game ever, but he was strong when the Sharks needed him in the beginning of the third period, where the Flames were right. Like they came out, they were trying to get that next goal, trying to kind of get things close, like to tie things up there. And Askarov was like really strong there. And even the third goal, like the Sharks probably could have I think the Sharks had a really good case to challenge that for goalie interference, but I feel like the situation, right, where that goal cuts it to a 2-goal deficit. If they don't win it, then Calgary's on the power play with a chance to cut it to a 1-goal deficit. So I felt like they felt the risk wasn't worth it. So I get it. Like if it was a 1-goal lead, I bet they challenge it, right? Or if it's like I bet they try to challenge it there, but I think they just didn't want this game to potentially snowball, especially after what we've just saw with the Penguins game, right? So, but Askarov made 27 saves on 30 shots, 3 goals allowed, 2.52 expected goals against, 900 save percentage, 6 of 6 high danger, 5 of 8 mid danger, and 13 of 13 low danger. So I thought Askarov was solid when they needed, or he was great when they needed to be, and maybe don't give up so many rush chances if you're the Sharks there, and don't put Askarov in that type of situation. But really strong in the third period. The start of the third period kept the Sharks in this game, and then the Sharks were able to reward him when they got the offense going there in the third period. So but yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, so make sure you're following along wherever you get podcasts, and of course you can watch on YouTube as well. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok at Locked On Sharks. Follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at My Fry Hole. Until tomorrow, bye, friends.